Welcome to show number 2.
Christ Master Plan. Leaders following their God-given mandate, model, and mission.
And our focus today will be on Diego. Well, I am so glad that you can join us today for this show. And today we are going to focus on Diego, and Diego is a Christian leader in Barranquilla, Colombia. Well, it's an interesting story with Diego. One of the things that happened was a friend of mine came to the United States and learned about Christ's Master Plan, then went back to Barranquilla, Colombia, and he had a Christ Master Plan book on his desk and walked his friend Diego. Diego saw the book and said, "Hey, I want to implement Christ's Master Plan." So we started meeting with Diego, and Diego created a plan, and he strived to create one ministry cycle. And you may be asking, what is a ministry cycle? Well, a ministry cycle is a leader and a ministry team helping people grow from not interested in spiritual things all the way to being a growing believer. And so that is a ministry cycle, a leader and a team helping one or more people grow from not interested in spiritual things all the way to being a growing believer. And there are 7 milestones that help a leader to do this. And the first milestone is get organized. The second milestone is find a team. The third milestone is start leading the team. The fourth milestone is go turfing, which means help people not interested in spiritual things to become interested. Then the next milestone, which is milestone number 5, is Discover Jesus event. And a Discover Jesus event helps the people that are interested in spiritual things to discover Jesus personally. Then the next milestone is milestone number 6, which is a new believer group. And that's to help the new believers to move forward in their faith until they are growing believers. And then the final milestone is milestone number 7, which is celebrate victory because you've completed a ministry cycle and start the next ministry cycle. Right, so those are the 7 milestones that Diego wanted to apply so he could complete one ministry cycle. All right, well, let's go into a little bit more detail how Diego believes God wants him to do this. And we're going to do this by going through the milestones. So for milestone number 1, which is get organized, and we did that in July. So in July, we met with Diego, and he started talking about how he could get organized. And getting organized means going to God and going, "God, what do you want us to do?" And specifically the mission. "God, what is our mission? Where do you want us to go? To whom do you want us to go to? And how do you want us to minister to the people you give us?" So that's milestone number 1. And after Diego got organized, then he formed his team. In his situation, what Diego did was radical. In my mind, I've never seen anyone else do this before. What he did was he went to church on a Sunday morning, and during the worship service, he said, "You are now the ministry team." So he made his whole worship service the ministry team. And what they did was they started using tables. So they set the chairs around tables and started training the people that came to the worship service to be the ministry team. And that's really exciting. I've never seen a church do that before. So Diego believed that's what God wanted him to do, and he did that. So after he formed his team, he in his church, he has a couple other leaders. So he and the other leaders started leading the team. And one thing they did was they separated the team into segments so that each segment had a leader, and that leader was in charge of training that part of the ministry team to do the work of the ministry. And because I speak English and I don't really speak Spanish, I have a hard time understanding all that they're doing, but I think one segment of the ministry team is going to do one part of the ministry. Another segment is going to do another part of the ministry, and the third segment is going to do another part of the ministry. So to be honest, that's all I know. I just know that they split the ministry team up into 3 segments, and each segment has a leader. And then Diego is the primary leader of all those leaders that are leading the segments. So they started leading the team, and every week they do something different to train the team. Now, after they started leading the team, they started milestone number 4, which is Go Turfing. And with Diego's ministry, what they started doing was they started ministering to their family and friends. From what Diego tells me is that the people in his church do not have non-Christian friends. So they don't have friendships with their family and with their friends primarily. And so Diego's encouraging everyone in his ministry team to build friendships with their families and their friends, specifically those that don't know Jesus. So now his team is turfing, and they're going to continue to turf. Obviously they'll keep turfing, but they're focusing on turfing right now. The exciting thing is this coming Sunday is they're going to start their next milestone, which is milestone number 5, Discover Jesus event. And what they're going to do is a big event. So while they've been turfing, they're inviting their non-Christian family and friends to this big event. And at this big event, they're going to share Jesus. So that's milestone number 5. And God willing, after this Sunday, there'll be 1 or more new believers. Then they'll start the next milestone, which is milestone number 6, which is the new believer group. And Diego believes God wants his ministry team members to be meeting one-on-one with all the new believers and helping them grow. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how Diego and his team does this, because they're in Barranquilla. In Barranquilla, Colombia, most people meet in groups. It's really rare when people meet one-on-one. So this is going to be interesting to see how they do this, but this is what they believe God wants them to do. Well, after they have some new believers, they're going to continue to meet with their believers one-on-one, week after week, until the end of December. And then at the end of December, they're going to have milestone number 7, God willing. They're going to celebrate victory because they've completed 1 ministry cycle. And that's exciting. And then after they complete the cycle and they celebrate, they're going to start the next ministry cycle in January. So this is exciting. So if you're hearing this recording, which is like basically the last week of August, then you definitely know to be praying, because their big event is happening this coming Saturday or Sunday, right? If you're hearing this after August 2013, then just pray for Diego as he and his team help the new believers grow. All right, well, I hope this has been exciting. And if you have any questions about Diego, please leave a comment. And if you would like to do what Diego is doing in creating ministry cycles in your ministry, please stay in contact with us, and we offer training to help you do that. So please look into that. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope that this recording has encouraged you. All right. Well, have a great day, and look forward to connecting at our next show. All right. Bye.
Now it's time to go and follow our mandate, model, and mission. follow our mandate, motto, and mission.